Males of Reddit, what are some guy tips you think every man should know? If there's even a chance you will bring a date home with you, tidy up, dust, vacuum, mop, fold your clothes, wash your sheets, at least once a week whether you have a date or not, make your bed, clean your bathroom, including scrubbing the toilet. I have heard enough stories from my friends that are women that I know doing this alone instantly puts you in the top 20%. I'm seeing a new guy and I was with him and his friends having drinks the other week. I brought out stuff to make porn star shots, sourpuss and banana liquor, and two of his male friends started losing it saying they weren't going to take girly, fruity shots like that and they went and got whiskey for themselves. I was so put off. I'm bringing you free alcohol and making shots for the group. Shut up and enjoy the sourpuss. Lol. When you first start dating someone, don't shuffle your friends aside even if you want to spend every minute with them. Don't. Part of the reason he or she was probably attracted to you in the first place was that you had a good social circle of people that loved you. If you brush them aside, you risk losing their attraction and weakening some of the bonds you had with friends. I've seen it happen too much. And this is how guys usually end up overbearing to their partners and expect them to fulfill every need they have. In extreme cases, it can end up in suicide when they break up with you, and you are now alone and have no other social support network besides them to get you through the breakup. Let me tell you other side of this. My ex, who when I came to visit didn't have a trash can, baffling to me. But okay, I can adapt. I can get a plastic bag to use, no problem, until he tried to tell me number. He didn't want to see my used period products in a sack in his bathroom and tried to insist that I throwing them away outside the building's dumpster every single time. Yeah, I'm not doing that, lol. He also only had half a roll of toilet paper and told me it could totally last him the rest of the month. Did not seem to understand when I told him it wouldn't last me the rest of the day. I gave him $5 and made him go buy as much toilet paper as he could with it. It indeed didn't last the rest of the day. So many red flags in hindsight, I don't even understand. I was not his first girlfriend. I don't know if someone else has said this or not, but men try and be safe. Men who are victims of sexual assault are never taken seriously. I am a tall, dark-skinned dude, but I have been sexually assaulted twice, and both of those times people didn't take me seriously when I tried to tell them about what happened to me. A lot of people made jokes about my masculinity as if being feminine is a justification of what happened to me. P.S. English is not my first language, so please excuse any grammatical errors. Edit, spelling errors fixed. This one is mostly or younger guys, 25, but applies to everyone. The shit you see in romantic comedies does not work. Life is not a movie and the idea of persistence paying off is false. If you like someone and they don't reciprocate, then move on. Don't write them a poem or song, don't show up to their work, don't send them flowers, and don't wait it out thinking you will end up being with them just because you're a nice guy. All of that works in movies, but in real life it makes you a sociopath. Swallow while shaving your Adam's apple, but don't release the muscles until you have finished the area. This gives a flatter area to shave without risk of nicking your skin. When finished shaving, dry your razor to prevent hard water buildup and prolonging the life of your expensive razor. Push the blade of your razor down your jeans. This will keep it sharper longer. Straight males, learn the one-handed bra removal technique. My wife hates that I can do this, but loves it at the same time. Take pride in your grooming routine. Spend the extra money on good stuff for your shower. Don't get the 3-in-1. It's not going to do anything well, so all you are doing is wasting money on something that is damaging your hair and skin. There are plenty of good quality brands you can use for your grooming and shower. I'm a Dr. Squatch guy personally. I know Duke Cannon is another solid brand. Everyman Jack is another good one. You'll thank yourself later. Woman here. I'm not one of those that can't be touched. I'll keep going as long as he's into it, and can have many. But I imagine if she's one of the ones that can't be touched afterwards, she probably knows it and will try to get you to come with her or something. If I were that type, I would gratefully finish him off with a blowjob and respect the hell out of him for making sure to take care of me first. And more generally, relationships with people are not transactions. It's not like, I do this for you, now you have to do this for me. This goes for all situations, whether it be romantic, sexual, or even a friendship. If you do something for someone else, it should be because you want to. No one owes you anything, and if you're being nice in order to get some kind of reward, you're not really being nice. And people aren't stupid. They know. As soon as possible, get your testosterone level checked. The younger the better. It's important to have a baseline for when you get older. It can be done with a physical, and really, get a physical every year, or at least once you hit 30, not just to track health but develop a relationship with a primary care physician, cause eventually you will need a doc you are comfortable with for all the fun that comes as you age. I played a compliment game with my boyfriend years ago when we were trying to get into more positivity, hippie, vibey things, aka have fun while being broke. We would walk through the city and try to see who could give the most compliments to strangers. Rules were had to be genuine, couldn't be vague, and couldn't be the same type of compliment as the other person just gave. Much more impactful on other people and ourselves than I thought it would be, especially because it was silly and random. Whenever either one of us gave compliment to a guy though, not only were they never dismissive, but it obviously had a much bigger impact on them. Sometimes they looked like they had never considered before that they might have nice hair or sense of style. Didn't matter either if it was coming from me, a female, or from my boyfriend. I actually haven't thought of that little game in years. Seeing these comments is a nice reminder. If you want to grow a beard, you need to maintain it. It is hair. That means shampoo, condition it, brush it, and trim it. You should shave the awful hair on your neck, and trim longer hairs. If you are struggling, get razor with the long guard to run over problem areas every once in a while to make sure the hair is even. No, the caveman, haha, I look like a hobo. Beard is not cool or ironic. You just look like a slob who can't maintain their beard. Your outward appearance matters much more than you may think. Most people will make a huge amount of decisions on who you are and if they should engage or avoid in just a few seconds of visual assessment. Don't discount this, as over time it impacts much more than you may think. Simple dress, grooming standards employed early on pays massive dividends over time. Own up to your mistakes. If you always try to deflect blame, or lie and say you didn't do something, it's going to come back and bite you. Eventually someone is going to blame you for something they did, and if you have a reputation for owning up, people will be more likely to believe you when you deny it. If you have a history of lying about your fuck-ups, they'll think you're lying even when you're telling the truth. Learn to cook early. It will save you a ton of money in the long run. After all, this is not your parents' economy, so restaurants should not be your first choice for food. Since every comment on here seems sex-related, consider that being a good cook will help you with the ladies. When I was younger, I could always impress my girlfriends and roommates by cooking meals we would not otherwise be able to afford in a restaurant. It also meant we could try more expensive cuts of meat or fish. You better believe a lady is impressed when you make her steak and lobster. She sees your skills and knows there might be other skills she'd like to investigate. Take her to a restaurant and all you flex is your wallet. Try to buy the best quality kitchen tools that you can afford, rather than buying cheap ones every few years. This applies to any tools you intend to use daily. I only cheap out if it's an item I'll likely not use again. Ask your woman what she wants in bed and talk openly about your sex. You will both have more fun, and also, eat more pussy. I do it for my girl every time we have sex. She loves it. I love it. and she is more receptive to going down on me too. She told me to teach a class or write a book lol. But you can just Google some basic tongue techniques, not the alphabet, and give them a try on her. You and she, each, need to clean your junk too. It's just courteous and will be better for both of you. Don't catcall women. Tip your trash service crew around Christmas time. Your vehicle's fuel gauge has an arrow pointing to what side the cap is on. Call mom and dad. Drain small engine equipment gas or use stabilizer before storing for the winter. Cast iron pans cook a better steak than a grill ever will. Tip 20%. Women have a finely tuned bullshit detector. Skip lying and focus on apology. Treat women like you'd expect some kid to treat your daughter. Use sunscreen. Be flexible but not a pushover. New Balance sneakers are not ideal for mowing despite the memes. Donate clothes that don't fit you instead of trying to stuff yourself in them. 5 minutes early is late. Look someone in the eye and stand up to shake their hand. Don't fake interest or attraction. Listen instead of waiting to speak. Woman here with an encouragement. Practicing humility and being objective in decision-making is the most attractive thing. Not in a sexy way but in an I can trust this man with every ounce of my life and follow him kind of way. When you have to trust your partner to lead you at times and need to consider their opinions, you want nothing but someone who can have a clear mind and consider all perspectives of a situation. Practicing things like empathy to see another person's point of view will force you to also practice humility when you're in the wrong. Whenever I see my boyfriend practice this, it vibe checks me and I want to do the same. It's infectious in the best way. This of course goes both ways. Some friendly advice from a person that dislikes exercising in general. Learn to enjoy exercising first. Don't kill yourself immediately with 2 hours commando level workouts. If walking for 15 minutes is enjoyable, do that. Then if you think you're ready for a challenge, start pushing yourself slowly. If lifting 1 kilogram dumbbells make you feel like a hero, do that first. Furthermore, you're much less likely to injure yourself. Can use this chance to watch your posture carefully. Life is tough enough already. Let's make exercising enjoyable instead of a 2 hours torture session. Have a goal you want to achieve in life. You need to have a drive. Way too many men are just aimlessly wandering through life. Find a mentor. You will find the challenges of life are easier to handle when you have someone guiding you. It will save you from a lot of heartache and hardship. All your dreams are worth pursuing. They will not be made a reality overnight. All good things take time. Don't give up on them. Remove people from your life that wish to poison that well for you. Be mindful of who you share your plans and goals with. Majority will instantly try to talk you down, or tell you you can't do it, that it's spoken out of brokenness they have within themselves. Know your worth. Understand the value of your time. Freely give your time to help others, especially if you own your own business. The ones you help will be the first ones to knock on your door when they have a money-making opportunity they want to share with you. You will find yourself with healthy friendships and pockets full of money. If a woman is looking to argue with you, start recording on your phone. Shut up and get out, especially if you're a big gay. Some crazies might try to falsely accuse you of hitting them. It's always best to have definitive proof that you didn't. There is no reason to even try to win a verbal argument with a woman who wants to portray you as guilty of something. If you stick around, she wins, and you have too much to lose. Shut up, get out and move on. You can always find better. Gently stretch and cool down after exercise. A few minutes of gentle movement after sitting for more than an hour. Exercises that increase hip mobility. Having tight hips immobilizes big movement muscles, like glutes, and recruits stabilizer muscles and tendons, it band, piriformis, etc., which will eventually tighten up and tug on your knees. Enough of this tension in the tendons and connectors around your knee, and you basically have a tripwire waiting for you to step or move or lift wrong. And then you're in denial because how can you hurt your knee swimming? No matter what, always shower every morning right when you wake up and get dressed for the day. Figure out what your style of clothing is and what gives you confidence when you look in the mirror. Take care of your face by washing it every day and grooming it however you see fit, and always brush your teeth and stuff. Doing these things are common sense, but people don't realize how important first impressions are. People will respect you more if you dress well and take care of your physical appearance. You will also have more confidence in yourself, which is kind to everybody no matter what. Be respectful and be yourself. Treat others how you would like to be treated. Be a good listener, ask questions. Have a good sense of humor, and remember that any guy who drives a diesel truck with stacks and Trump flags flapping out the truck bed has a small penis and is probably retarded. Fix problems. It's the thing the world needs most from you. You don't have to be a jerk about it, just do it without complaint. Someone's got the wrong order at a restaurant, be the one to speak up. Someone's car is broken down and needs a ride or tire change, be the one to stop. Someone being abusive, if you have the power to do something, do it. Masculinity gets a bad rap for being about fixing problems instead of hearing about them. But it's a stereotype for a reason. I'm not saying you need to shoulder the world alone, or that women need us to solve their problems. Being a man, to me, means taking responsibility for working to solutions to your problems and your neighbor's problems, refusing to make excuses for broken things you could be trying to fix. That takes maturity and a good community to help shoulder each other's burdens. But to me, it's the essence of healthy masculinity. I run a fair bit, and when I started rolling all of my butt, leg muscles multiple times a day with a foam roller and ball, it just instantly started relieving all my knee, leg, and foot pain. For some reason, when I tell this to other runners with these problems, they just never take my advice. Your muscles get tight and pull on your tendons, causing no end of issues. Just roll your tight spots, folks. It hurts at first but becomes actually very pleasant after a while. If you're feeling hot but your balls scrunched up, then you probably have a fever. Edit. A very important edit. A hot or cold flash like this could be a symptom of something else. It's probably not a flu that's lasting weeks or months. It could be the start of a panic attack, or maybe just stepping outside or back inside. I am not a medical professional, I'm just advising based on what's happened to me. Assuming you're not going to be clean shaven, take care of your facial hair. Trim it regularly. Your facial hair isn't always even when you grow it. Wash it thoroughly. You don't want acne and other skin conditions underneath all that. Having hair that traps all the dust and oil make it harder to manage. It sounds really obvious, but when you're like me with a dad who shaves regularly, turns out I have absolutely zero knowledge on how to take care of my facial hair, and it sucks so much ass. Don't be afraid to compliment your fellow men. You'd be surprised the difference a compliment to your bro can make. If your bro is looking good, nice hair, shoes, outfit, whatever, let them know. Some people never get compliments and it can improve their day or week. Edit 1. Thanks for the awards. My first and up votes. Had no idea the reach this would have. I'm glad this advice helps someone. Aside from the nice dick, bro, I remember the moments when someone tells me I look good or I did something well. It makes a difference, and so I make it a point to pass that on to others. I've been giving my 16-year-old son tips on how to talk to women. I'm teaching him to ask open-ended questions. What movies do you like? What books? What music? Ask what they like the most about them while keeping them in mind. With that information, go watch the movie or read the book. Next time you chat, you can thank them for introducing you to new forms of entertainment, and you understand why she likes them so much. Bang, you're in. I want to add to this because I've seen this thinking go wrong. What this doesn't mean is that you should expect other people to give you more than they are willing to give. It doesn't mean you're entitled to anyone's attention or acknowledgement because you've put so much into your interactions. What it means is that you should know when to walk away from people who don't acknowledge your efforts, when to decide that you are putting your time and resources into the wrong person. I have seen people who expect their interest to return the same amount of energy, but that doesn't lead to anywhere good. They demand the same energy back and create a conflict or unreasonable demand from someone who just isn't interested or consenting. It doesn't work like that. You just have to figure out where it is worth putting your energy, and not put it in places where it's wasted. Just don't turn it into a belief of being wrong if you don't get the attention you want. Edit, officially my most liked post on Reddit ever. I'm glad it's about something people find meaningful and not just a butt joke or something. You all are good humans.